question is, how do you keep your marriage fresh and entertaining?
Well, there's a lot of ways to keep the marriage fresh and entertaining.
PG-13.
Okay.
The world is watching.
Oh yeah. Okay. So. You have to take it.
Dang. All right. So I would say, don't be so sure you know the other person. Never stop learning. Never stop learning your spouse. Always be willing to change and adjust. I'm old school by default. I think I got an old man spirit, so it's easy for me. You don't have to co-sign it. It's easy for me to get comfortable with things the way they are. I'm from the South, so it's kind of like I got the whole "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" kind of mentality. And sometimes that's cool, but sometimes it can be a bad thing. And so I think it's important to understand that people change, and what you like a year ago or what you like 2 years ago, that kind of thing, you might not like it anymore. But if I keep doing the same thing, expecting for you to respond the same way, it's gonna get real dull. It's gonna get boring. And me as your spouse, I mean well, because I know this is something that you like, so I'm trying to present you with something you like. But you're getting, on the other side, you're getting frustrated because I keep doing the same thing and it's boring to you. So I think in that regard, it's important to keep the lines of communication open and be open with each other and talk about stuff.
That you don't like.
Yeah, just be honest. Even if you think it's gonna hurt the feelings, it's better. I think it's better to risk the chance and hurt the feelings, and you actually fix the problem, than to avoid saying anything on account of feeling, and then y'all end up ruining the relationship. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think try not to make the other person so common is a good one. Like I guess it sort of stems on what you just said, but look at them the way you looked at them when you were dating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when you were dating, they were like, oh, they could do no wrong. It's so exciting. I get to see him again today. Compared to waking up, like, oh, he's here again. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, have that same excitement that you had for them when you didn't know them. I mean, because if you continue to learn them, because people want to change regardless. I mean, we hope to have people make healthy changes, because some people change for the worse, but you hope they have healthy changes. And so you got to continue to want to know more about them. Listen to them when they talk about their day, and make time to date and spend time with each other, and do the things you did when you were dating.
Or you might have to switch it up and do some different things.
I'm saying, like, well, if you don't have, well, I guess I'm still speaking from the perspective of a person who has kids, because
I told you for the people.
I know, but I'm saying, but that's my perspective right now.
I got you.
My perspective is a person who has kids too, and they take up a lot of your life.
Yeah, they do. Somebody might have the question about your statement that you made, saying about trying to keep things as exciting as it were when you first started dating.
Or better.
Yeah, but the problem is addressing what people might say is how do you do that? Because after you kind of know a person and you done went through a couple of battles or a couple of arguments and some things have been said, that kind of thing, it's almost like you could slightly lose that excitement. I would say, to answer that in terms of still keeping it exciting in spite of, it's like you have to go back and remember. I think you were somewhat saying this, but you didn't say it, but I think this is what you meant.
Okay.
You have to go back and remember the things about this person that excited you in the first place. Because
that's good.
Even though all of this stuff happened, the bad things happened, and the past, whatever happened within the relationship, now you're 2-3 years in, if you can remember the things about this person that attracted you in the first place, most of those things are still there. We just get so common with the person that it's harder to see them now, because rather than me seeing all these things I was attracted to, I'm starting to see your flaws, because I'm seeing the real you. Whereas what I saw was part of who you were, but you just didn't show me all the other stuff too. So I think it's important to go back and like, okay, it's something about your smile, it's something about the way your eyes looked that really attracted me when I first saw you, or something about the way you say my name. It's like you still say my name the same way. It's just now I'm so mad at you, I don't hear you say it that way. But if you could get back to those things and complimenting one another.
Yes.
That's we found that's a big help. Like,
well, the love language.
Yeah.
That's your love language. I mean, I obviously everybody needs all the languages, but then you have your primary and your secondary love language that each person needs.
You gonna plug that book or no?
I can plug it.
5 love languages.
The 5, yeah. And we did there's the 5 love language for children, couples, dating couples.
Don't know who the author is.
I know who it is. I just can't think of it right
It said Lifeway.
now. Just look up the 5 love language.
It's probably more than Lifeway too. Right?
Yeah, it's selling at regular bookstores. Online.
The 5 love languages. You heard it here. So
Really?
Yeah.
No. Your love language is words of affirmation. That's his primary love language. That's how he knows that I love him. If I give him compliments and tell him how, great of a job he's doing, great husband, great father, those kind of things, that to him helps him and encourages him, and mine is
Quality time.
quality time. Like for me, I don't need you to necessarily buy me things, which is nice. Words of affirmation is nice. Acts of service is nice, but when you hang out with me and just sit with me and cuddle and watch a movie together, those are the things that I like personally and I enjoy.
Ooh, can I come in on that?
Yes.
So, with that being said, this is going to be a long video.
It's whatever.
So hopefully y'all still watching. But with that being said, it's not going to be long. I'm just playing. Somebody just clicked off. I said that.
Go ahead.
But like, how do you? Hers is quality time, and I'm the type of person, I'm on the go a lot. Even if I'm here at the house, I'm constantly doing something. See what I mean? I'm constantly doing something, so it's hard for me to just sit still and not do anything. I ain't gotta get into what I do, but anyway, so it's like finding that balance to where this might not be something that I necessarily like, but because it's basically, long story short, making a sacrifice for that person because you know what's important to them. And in a relationship, I believe it's constant. In a commitment, it's constant sacrifice. You have to be willing to sacrifice in order to be with that person, or to be in any relationship, or to be in any commitment. You have to be willing to sacrifice. So I think that's one of the key things. So if she knows, like one of my love languages, like she said, is words of affirmation, and I know for her that's something naturally, she said that didn't come natural to her, not to get too much into that, but she has made the effort to say more stuff, or to be more proactive in that area to try to make me happy, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think it's important in a relationship, once you find out what that love language is, that you be willing to adjust in order to make sure that other person is happy. You want to be happy, and it's a give and take.
If you make them happy, then you can be happier.
Yeah. Oh, well, both of y'all have to be willing, because I know relationships that, seems like the other person spend all of the time trying to make this other person happy, and the other person's like, okay, I appreciate it, I'm out. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it's a
Teamwork.
it's it's a team effort that everybody has to
Be willing to
yeah.
sacrifice
Yeah.
to make the relationship work. Yeah. It's hard work. It's definitely hard work, but it's worth it.
Definitely worth it. If you want it to last, it's definitely.
And it's a constant decision to try to make things work.
Because it's not gonna come natural.
No. We are two different people growing up completely two different lives, and then we merge those two lives together, and it bumps heads sometimes.
Everybody got baggage.
But you gotta learn how to pack it. Either drop it. I don't know where that came from.
You gotta learn how to pack it.
Baggage. If you're gonna carry it, I mean, some stuff is.
Or some stuff.
You just gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, you gotta let it go. And we've learned a lot. We're not perfect. We're not the world's perfect couple.
I mean, we're 8 years in. There are so many people that have years on us, but the wisdom we have, obviously, we're just trying to share it with you. The little wisdom that we have, we're still growing in our relationship as we grow in our faith and strengthen our marriage.
And we actually like each other.
I do. I like being with my husband.
Yeah, that's with young married couples. I think that's something that's kind of taboo. People don't really talk about it. A lot of people are married, but a lot of married couples
don't spend no time together.
They don't spend no time together, and they don't really like each other. It's like people are kind of looking for an escape route, or they're looking for another, somebody else on the side to kind of keep them happy, and to look like something, especially with social media and everything nowadays. People want to look happy on a picture and on Instagram and like something like this on YouTube, and then you get off of here and it's like you're fighting. Like, we can honestly say that we actually like each other. When the camera goes off, it's the same people, that's on the pictures, and it's not.
I'm a little bit more sillier, I think.
We ain't wringing each other's neck, and I actually like coming home, being here with my family, and it's something I thank God for. It's not because of anything that we've done, but I think because we've been willing to make certain sacrifices in that regard, and respect each other's feelings, and try to learn more about each other, and not get too comfortable, not get lazy in a relationship. We've been able to make it work, to kind of sum all of this up and let these people get on with their day. But yeah, I hope what I've said, me coming on here, help somebody.
If you have any other questions, we might do this again, and not this month.
Not this month.
Maybe we'll try to do it every. Really?
Take this water.
We might try to do it every, quarter. No.
I ain't making
It depends on if there are people out there who want more information.
They just want to see hair videos. They have to make a lot of comments if I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, more than that's 3 questions.
Yeah, there have to be more.
But there may be people out there who wanted to see it outside of just those 3.
Well, I hope this helps somebody.
And the thing is, we get a lot of people talking to us about relationships, like people we know face to face, and we want to talking to them, especially single people.
Yeah. We
do talk to a lot of single people.
So, in closing, I'll leave you with this, not to be too deep again, but God first. Get the order down, like in a marriage. For me, supposedly being the head of the household, that we still believe in that.
Yeah.
And that don't mean I push her around or act like I'm, you are my minions and I'm. It's not like that, but she understands the, the order or whatever, and I respect her as the queen here, and we make it work. And it's like, I understand I can't do anything without God, and we both help each other in our relationship and our walk with God, because we're Christians. We're not ashamed of that fact. We are Christians. That's
Jesus.
That's what we believe, and so we help each other in our relationship with God. If I'm having an off day, she encourages me to help me get positive. Even watching the words that we say, It's not a lot of negative stuff that we say around here. We don't talk negative to each
Well,
other.
sometimes we do. Sometimes we are negative.
But we try our best not to be. So if I'm, like I said, if I'm having a bad day or I'm having something, generally, most of the time, I would say 80% of the time, you're kind of there to kind of look. You can't do this. You can't think like this. You can't think like that, and vice versa.
Yeah.
She's having an off day. I'm like, hey, remember, you can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like we encourage each other to try to
It's
think
a
positive.
team. This is we even teach the kids. We go teamwork and give high fives, and as corny as that is.
Yeah, you made that sound real corny just then.
But the kids love it. They get excited about it.
Yeah, it still sounds corny though, the way you
It
did
does not sound corny.
Yeah.
Maybe the way I just did it was corny, but I'm just saying. But yeah, it's one of those things. I am submissive to him. I know that God looks to him when, at the end of the day, and we're standing before God, he's going to look at him like, why didn't you lead your family? And so I try to leave everything to him. I will give my opinion for him as a suggestion, but he doesn't necessarily have to take my opinion. Because it's ultimately, I'll tell him, like, I don't know, but I think we should do so and so and so and so because of this and that, but you decide what we're going to do. And over the years, I think he has I just went blank there.
Value what you have to say.
Yeah, valued what I have to say, and I think it's, I make some smart decisions.
Well, that kind of goes back to, not to, go too far, but that goes back to the whole point of knowing the person that you're going to marry. You have to be able to trust them. So if I can't trust you while we're dating or, in the early parts of our relationship, then it's going to be very hard for me to trust you when it comes to marriage, because obviously you have to be able to trust this person. If they are giving you advice and you're in a dating relationship, you have to value what they have to say then. It has to start then, because whatever's happening, I'll never forget this piece of advice that somebody gave me years ago. Whatever is happening now, like meaning before you marry, it's gonna multiply like by 100 to 1,000 times when you marry. Whatever is going on is gonna multiply. So the trust, all of that different stuff is like, it has to be on point before you decide to walk down the aisle with this person. So you have to know that you can trust this person. And that don't mean going through a screening, you know what I'm saying, or doing a background check of a person, but it's like checking out this person's character. And character will reveal itself over time. Consistency proves character. And so that's one thing I would say in terms of that.
So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I hope this was helpful to the three of you guys.
All three of y'all.
All
Thank
three
you
of y'all.
so much. All three of you.
Stop it. No, seriously. Yeah, so if you guys enjoy it, please
Hit the like button.
it's not a like button, it's a thumbs up.
It's thumbs up, like, same thing.
Is it? Is that what that
I
means?
think. I don't know if it's pointing. Looking at the camera, I don't know if it's pointing this way or that way. So, and hit the subscribe. What is the subscribe button?
It's down.
Down here.
Well, I'm not gonna put a button up. I don't do that.
But it's on the video.
It's like,
they can see it over.
well, depending on.
Move your hand. It's like right there.
Yeah, click the subscribe button, and go to my husband's page.
Yeah.
Those who like music, jazz music.
I do more than jazz. She don't even know. I do music. There you go. I do music.
I'm not talking about the type of music you play.
Oh, she's talking about the fact I play instruments. I play a lot of instruments. There's a lot of instrumental stuff on there. But it's some other stuff.
What is it?
Jermaine Morgan. Just, search Jermaine
Morgan.
Yeah.
Subscribe to his page.
Yeah.
Give him some love.
You see my face on there. And
Do you play the bass?
A bass.
Yeah, you have a bass in
A bass in my hand or something like that.
Yeah.
Not the dude that's lifting weights.
Yeah.
That's not me.
That's not Jermaine Morgan. That's Jermaine Morgan, but that's not this Jermaine Morgan.
Not this one.
That's another Jermaine Morgan.
Yeah, it's several. All right.
See you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.